Hey guys, thanks for being so patient for this video. So I had hopped on Instagram and I was talking about how Meyer and I were going on like our, sorry, the lighting is going to be weird, but how we were going on like our annual goal setting date. And then a lot of y'all asked me like, what are the categories? How did you, like, what do y'all talk about? What does this look like? And so I had said, okay, I'm going to hop on Instagram stories and I'll do a little update. Here we are 4 days later and I'm finally making this video. I decided just to make a video and then I'll throw it up on YouTube. So if my YouTube peeps want to look at it, they can. And then some type of way I'll put it on Instagram. So I wanted to just get on here and go over those categories real quick. I'm gonna try to make it fast. Hopefully it works because I'm super passionate about this, but I know like I just want to run through it real quick. We are headed to church today for Christmas Eve, and so I was like, let me hop on here while it's decent. Okay. Man, this is fun. I miss talking to you guys. I haven't made like a sit down video in a minute because I've been documenting our house building journey, and so this is good for my soul. Okay, let's jump in. I want to say I know that we are living in a pandemic. I get it. I get that there's a lot we can't control, because if 2020 has taught us anything, it's that there is a God in this world and we're not running nothing, okay? And I get that. However, so many people use that as an excuse to not set goals, and it just makes my heart sad, because I'm the type of person, I'm like, everybody needs goals. You can have grace with setting the goals, and I just feel like if you're not living intentionally, I feel like you're not really living at all. So just chew on that. If you're one of the anti-goals people, and just hang in there and just hear what I have to say, maybe you'll like it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the categories first, then I'm kind of dig into how does goal setting look when it's like an uncertain year, or like a year like we're going into. We don't know what 2021 is going to look like. So I'm going to show you kind of how you can set goals, or how you set it a little bit different when you have something like a year, a lot of things that may be coming up the next year. Okay. Categories. Boom. We did this. My husband and I both do this, and then we did it with our oldest. So let me share. The first one is, I said 5, there might be 6, whatever. The first one is finances. How much money do you want to make? How much debt do you want to pay off? How much do you want to save? Anything like that. Any money goals are going to go in this category. The second one is faith slash spirituality if you aren't Christian. But what kind of discipline do you want to build? Do you want to read your Bible more? Do you want to tithe more? Do you want to spend more time in prayer? Whatever it is, like, that goes in the faith category. Like, what kind of growth do you want to see in that area? Excuse me. The third one is health. Do you want to, everyone's favorite, losing weight? But you don't have to do that. You can put a discipline here. Like, maybe you want to drink more water. Maybe you want to walk more. Maybe you want to start taking your vitamins, everything health you want to put in there. The fourth one is career slash business. Are you working towards a promotion at work? Is that something you want to see happen this year? Do you need to learn a new skill in order to go higher in your career, in your business? Like, what are your sales goals? Or do you just need to show up more consistently? Maybe you're a YouTuber or something. You just want to put more content out there. That'll be in career and slash business. The fifth one is relationships. Do you need to do more one-on-one dates with your kids? Do you want more friends? Like, y'all, for real, one year we moved to, I think we had moved back from college to like a new area or whatever. And that year, my goal in relationships was literally, I need friends. So that was my goal. And so I knew that because I set that as my goal, from the week to week, I gave myself more grace and more permission to kind of budget time, I guess you could say, to hang out with my friends more. Personal goals. That's the number 6 is personal. So this category is like, is there a habit you need to build or break? I try to keep this to one thing. So maybe, I know you have the health, but maybe, you want to drink more water, or maybe, you could leave that in health, but like a personal goal is like, maybe you want to look more put together. Maybe you want to stop looking like a scarecrow when you walk outside. I say that because that was my goal one year. Or maybe you just like, oh, I'm gonna tell y'all mine. Well, not mine, but one that I'm thinking about maybe. Because I just might need to start staying up a little bit later, which kills me because by the time I put the kids in bed, I'm just exhausted. And the only thing I want to do is go to sleep. But I know if I stayed up even just an hour and a half later than when I put them to bed, my productivity could go up and it can make my days go a lot smoother. So that's like a personal goal. Okay, okay, so we would go, my husband and I both, we would, before our, in case you wanted to do like start doing this with your spouse, before our goal setting meeting, we do our goals, because one person isn't influence the other person. You put your true goals on there, and then sometimes what happens when we bring our goals together, we may challenge each other like, okay, like, are you sure that should be the focus this year in your life? Or, okay, now you said that you were going to do that last year and you didn't do that last year. Or, okay, well, if you want to achieve this goal, like, I see that you have this habit that you do that you may not need to do anymore, or sometimes the goal is it's a goal that we need to do together. Like in the relationship category, sometimes, it might be your spouse. Maybe y'all want to do more date nights or whatever. So you got to make sure the other person's on board, or maybe your goal that year is to have more sex, like if with your spouse, whatever, you both have to be on the same page for stuff like that. And sometimes like what would happen is we would tell each other our goals, and we would end up like praying together for that, because we both know like this is a breakthrough moment or something that we really want. A lot of times it gives us like a focus for the year. Like we both know what we're focusing on together. Like where is our energy going towards overall together for the year. Okay. I made notes because I just didn't want to forget anything. Okay. So if you are going into an uncertain year, maybe you don't know what the year holds. And here's what I mean by that. Yes, going into this pandemic, we don't know 2021. Everybody was waiting for this year, so for 2020 to be over, but the reality is we just don't know what 2021 looks like. So we have to keep living regardless. Or maybe like you're having a baby that year, so you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to even think straight because I'm having another kid, or I don't know, whatever it may be, because y'all know what I'm talking about. When you have those years where you're like, I can't even catch vision. I know this year's going to be hard. I started a new job. I live in a new place. I don't even know. Somebody moved in with me. I don't even know what this year looks like. So you're going to, instead of setting goals, you're going to set focuses or intentions. So you're going to pick a few of the categories that I listed for the goals, and you're going to set focuses and intentions. And pretty much what you're going to say is, I want to focus on relationships with my older kids this year, with the intention and the hope that it helps build, their confidence at school. Or you're going to say, I want to focus on my finances and tracking everything that I spend, with the hope that I will build the habit of keeping a budget. So you have maybe these three things that are your focus. It's like you're setting a goal still. You still have a focus, but you're giving more grace for the outcome of the goal, if that makes sense, which you should really have grace anyways for the outcome of the goal when you're setting goals. But when you do it this way, I know a lot of people don't want to feel restricted or don't want to feel like they're letting themselves down, whatever. This helps, because then you still know a lot of the big thing with goal setting is, how to allocate your time. Like, okay, I said I want to do this, but I'm spending time doing this. So when you do focuses and intentions, that's really what it's behind. It's like, this is I want to focus on my finance. I want to focus on doing my best at my job to make more income, whatever it is, but you have a focus. So that when you sit down to reevaluate in the middle of the year, you're like, okay, I know I didn't focus on this. I know that I'm not seeing any fruit in this area. So clearly it's not a focus or intention. I hope that makes sense. This lighting is weird. So another huge thing that I want to say before I get off of here is that I want to tell you guys why a lot of you guys are not accomplishing your goals, and even myself, why there's been goals that I haven't been able to accomplish. The number one reason why people aren't able to, in my humble opinion, achieve their goals, there's different reasons, but I think a huge one is you don't have a vision for your life. So the goals that you write down, they're not your goals. They're your mama's goals. They're your sister's goals. They're what you see so-and-so doing on social media. So you think you need to do it. They're not your goals because you don't have a vision for your life. You don't know what God wants you to do with your life. And what I mean, and I'm not trying to say like, oh, what job he wants you to do or what. No, you don't, you haven't painted the picture for your life. And what I mean by that, people are like, well, you don't know, life is different. Life is going to be different and it changes in seasons. But let me tell you, the vision that my husband and I have for our life, it hasn't really changed. And by vision, I mean like, what's important to you guys? How do you see you guys living? What amount of money do you see you guys living off of? You know, what do you want your family to look like? What do you want your life to look like? Your time to be spent so before you can even truly set goals for yourself, you got to sit down and like write out what's our vision for our life. So I know I said I would make this short. That probably wasn't short, but there you go. If you have any questions, like you can, I guess, I don't know, whatever, I don't even know how I'm going to put this on Instagram, but however you want to do it on Instagram. And if you're on YouTube, obviously leave me a comment. I try to be really good about getting back to those. But if I don't see you guys, Merry Christmas. I don't even know, y'all aren't going to get this by Christmas, but Happy New Year's, and I love you guys. Bye.